raining again. Although it is just drizzling, maybe it'll stop. Will it last again until the New Year's? Tomorrow is New Year's Eve already. And I guess with that, what did I read today? Apparently in some places they're gonna have celebrations still, all virtual, but some places are having drone light shows apparently. This one says, Edinburgh's Hogmanay 20. World famous Edinburgh's Hogmanay reveals its main event farewell. And what is it? It's a drone light show. It says they present the largest swarm drone show ever seen in the UK. Farewell. 150 drones will create iconic images and words in the Scottish sky set to the original words and music by Scots Macker, Jackie Kay, and Skykes Nightworks. And you can kind of see examples of what it will look like, I guess, from past events. It does make me wonder though, in terms of all that news about in the US, the FAA saying small drones, for example, they'll have to have things like remote ID. It actually makes me wonder what would happen for these drone light shows. Like, for example, those Intel shooting stars, they're actually designed to be really lightweight and all that. Would those actually need remote ID now on every single drone to do like a drone light show? I would imagine it actually makes it more dangerous actually, because it makes the drone heavier, wouldn't it? Having all that extra equipment and all that. Too much focus on things like drone delivery in my opinion. It didn't really factor things like what people use things like drones for artistic reasons as an example. If people are terrified over small tiny toy drones, are they going to be terrified of life-size robots? I was watching this funny video, this Boston Dynamic one, maybe it's a New Year's thing, but apparently they got the robots to dance in tune with the music. Like the video here is titled Do You Love Me? Man, look at that. Can you imagine programming that thing to basically dance right to the tune? It looks kind of cool in my opinion, but it makes you wonder in this case, are people going to say, oh no, that's too dangerous. I can't imagine people walking around with some robo-dog or something like that. Can you imagine if you need like a license just to own all of a sudden like a toy robot? Like literally toys, like those ones for kids that make sounds? Just because of stuff like this, people are afraid of, I guess, tech takeover, Judgment Day. That's actually literally how it's like right now with the drones. People are so afraid of super large ones that don't even come close to like say a little tiny toy one, but they categorize it in kind of the same category and usage when it's not. So it makes you wonder in 2021 with more robots, autonomous, I guess you could say vehicles and all that, will everything be regulated to the extreme? And I guess to almost end off the year 2020, I guess things like viruses, lockdowns and stuff was a big deal. And some people were saying for the people who I guess create things like regulations or whatever in regards to that, they don't follow it themselves. So this one was kind of interesting. This one says, Ontario's finance minister apologizes after getting caught spending holidays outside Canada. So as it turned out, I believe in Ontario, they have some extreme lockdowns taking place. And it was announced, you know, stay home. And this person basically released things like messages on his Twitter saying, oh, he understands how difficult it's gonna be this holiday. People have to stay home and all that, virtual calls. But apparently, yeah, this guy took off for vacation outside of Canada during this time. And now he's being asked to get back immediately. It says, in his most recent statement, Rod Phillips admits he left the country on December 13th for St. Bart's, a trip he now calls a mistake. And he says, I deeply regret traveling over the holidays. It was a mistake and I apologize. The statement put out late Tuesday reads, I left on a personally paid trip to St. Bart's December 13th following the end of the legislative session. I am making arrangements to return to Ontario immediately and will begin a 14-day quarantine as soon as I arrive. I don't know, do you believe that? Or is that one of those things where, again, people who make things like, say, a regulation and stuff like that, they don't even follow it themselves? But again, the year's almost over. Are people excited for 2021 or are they going to assume it's more of the same until a while? man, it actually stopped raining for a brief moment, but it started again. So it was a real quick flight. Alright, see you guys later.